In 3, 2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's Monday the 22nd of November, and it's Go for a Ride Day. And a big happy birthday to Jamie Lee Curtis, Mads Mikkelsen, Boris Becker and Scarlett Johansson.
7.
There were 40,004 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday and 61 additional deaths. Across Europe, cases have continued to surge, leading to a full national lockdown in Austria and mounting concern in Germany. And the news of lockdowns was met with protests in Vienna and violent unrest in Belgium and in Dutch cities including Rotterdam. Here in the UK, however, Professor Sir Andrew Pollard, director of the Oxford Vaccine Group, is confident we'll fare much better.
The reason why the virus spreads is a combination of changes in social distancing and plus the immunity in the population. I think it's unlikely that we're going to see the very sharp rise in the next few months that's just been seen.
In a sense, we're ahead of that.
We're already ahead of that with this particular virus, the Delta variant.
Health Secretary Sajid Javid shares that confidence. Whilst he emphasised cautions needed as we head into the winter months, speaking with Trevor Phillips, he made it clear that the government is not making eyes towards Plan B.
We need to make sure that we remain cautious. We are not complacent in any way. I've mentioned the importance of the booster programme. We've got Plan A, and that's where we firmly are at the moment. If we needed to take further measures with Plan B, then we would do so, but we're not at that point.
He was also quite happy to rule out the introduction of compulsory vaccines in the UK.
Taking a vaccine should be a positive choice. In terms of requiring mandatory vaccination for the general population, I don't think that's something we would ever look at.
Labour has accused Priti Patel of comprehensively failing on the issue of migrant crossings in the Channel after a record number of people arrived on British shores in small boats last week. More than 24,700 people have arrived this year, almost 3 times more than 2020. The Home Secretary had promised tougher action and reducing the pull factor of the UK, but numbers have continued to rise. Speaking with Sky News, Shadow Home Secretary Nick Thomas-Symonds highlighted the dangerous nature of these crossings.
We have thousands of people risking their lives in the most dangerous sea crossing in the world. Her incompetence on this issue is dangerous.
Despite the surge in number of crossings, Sajid Javid, the lone governmental voice of the weekend, defended her work.
We are also right as a country to provide safe harbour and protection to people suffering genuine persecution, as we are doing at the moment. But if you are already in France, or you've travelled to France from Italy, let's say, or Germany, why haven't you already claimed asylum?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the third count of the information...
They said now the vigilantes can go to protest and kill people and say that they were defending themselves, which puts all Americans in danger.
That was the sound of protest and anger as Kyle Rittenhouse, the US teen who shot 3 men, killing 2 and injuring the 3rd during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin, was found not guilty. Once again, US gun laws and judicial processes are under heavy scrutiny, and it seems even the countries 1 and 2 have opposing views. President Joe Biden's confident in the process.
I stand by what the jury has concluded. The jury system works and we have to abide by it.
While VP Kamala Harris believes there's work to be done.
The verdict really speaks for itself. As many of you know, I've spent a majority of my career working to make the criminal justice system more equitable, and clearly there's a lot more work to do.
A review's to be launched into racial and gender bias in medical devices. Research shows devices such as oximeters, which estimate the amount of oxygen in a person's blood, are less effective when used on darker skin and could have contributed to thousands of unnecessary deaths during the pandemic around the world. Health Secretary Sajid Javid, him again, has ordered the review as he vowed to close the chasms that the pandemic has exposed. Echoing Sajid, Dr Habib Rakfi of the NHS Race and Health Observatory told LBC,
"One of the founding principles of the NHS is equality, and the possibility that bias, even if it's unconscious, is totally unacceptable. It's absolutely crucial that those who use pulse oximeters or those that provide them to the public take skin pigmentation into account when considering the effectiveness of these devices for users."
Still to come on the Smart 7, Adele is live at the Palladium and it's all over for Ollie at Man United. Right after this.
You're listening to the Smart 7. If you're enjoying it, you might also like the Smart 7 Ireland edition. Just search and follow us on your favourite podcast platform. There were plenty of big wins in the Premier League this weekend, with Liverpool beating Arsenal 4-0, Chelsea beating Leicester 3 and Man City doing the same to Everton. However, it was Watford's 4-1 win over Man United that really set off the fireworks. An emergency meeting of the Man United board on Saturday night led to a tearful farewell for manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on Sunday. Ole got an official goodbye interview with MUTV after almost 3 years as manager, and it was pretty awkward, but at least he made some friends.
I made great friends. I've reconnected with some great friends. New stuff coming in. I've become really good friends with the other staff that was here when I was there. We're good friends, and we've connected, and that's what it's about at the club right here.
Adele's return with a new album 30 has been pretty dramatic. She hosted an audience with Adele which was part concert and part interview with her celeb mates. There was also a surprise appearance from a Year 7 English teacher.
You're bloody cool and so relatable and likeable that I really look forward to my English lessons.
Yeah, because she's here tonight.
Mum, can you believe it? She's over there, she doesn't want to be filmed. Oh, now I've got to get my old face redone.
After all that, she needed a quick makeup repair job. So who did she get to take her place? Beyoncé? Ed Sheeran? Not quite. Alan Carr.
This goes out to all the lovers.
When the rain
The celebs are back on the Welsh moors for I'm a Celebrity. While ITV have been teasing the arrival of Adam Woodyat, and why wouldn't you, things kicked off with big names including David Ginola, Richard Madeley, who lost out on his first task to the Saturday's Frankie Bridge, Naughty Boy, who smuggled cumin seeds in his sock, and Arlene Phillips, who's clearly never stayed in a Holiday Inn Express.
I'm about to sleep in probably the single worst bed that I have come across in all my 78 years.
Danny from Emmerdale got voted to take part in tomorrow's task, the ominously named Dreaded Diner, and quote of the night went to one extra DJ, Snoochie Shy. She was made to walk the plank hundreds of feet above a quarry.
And now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now, yeah, it's a lot.
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Produced and published by Daft Dog.